Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Trisha Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family.
Hi, guys. I'm Trisha Montgomery with Pets Are Family, and I'm flying solo today, and I don't know why, but I'm here flying solo today without Jessica, and I feel like my arm is missing or like something is not right here, but anyway, I'm without Jessica today and miss you terribly. Things are going amazing here at Pets Are Family. We've got so many great things happening. We just did a webinar with Mrs. March on our pet loss, the second in our series. We're going to be doing the third in the series of coming up. We have some great promotions coming up throughout October and third quarter and fourth quarter. So keep in touch with us. You guys are going to see so many great things. Today we have a super fun and great interview, and I've been wanting to interview them for such a long time now. They are Cuddly. And for those of you in animal welfare, you know who Cuddly is, you know their name. They have those cute t-shirts that say Cuddly AF, and we all know what the AF means. Cuddly was actually developed by John Hussey, and John is an NFL referee. He's a professional NFL referee, and he created this company because he saw the need to help animal welfare. And it originally started as kind of a crowdfunding platform to where they gave animal welfare organizations the opportunity to reach more people, but still raising funds for their own needs, in whether it was their washing machine broke down or their dishwasher broke down, which is what happened to us at Paws Humane Society, that all of a sudden we were without funds and we didn't have a dishwasher to do all the dishes of all the animals. So again, it offers that opportunity, or that's what it was originally created for. Now they have so much momentum behind them. They do TikTok power hours for funding. They do so many things that benefit animal welfare and rescue organizations that allow them the opportunity to raise funds for their organizations. And again, these are targeted specifically for them. So say you have, or an animal welfare organizations, an animal was hit by a car, or there is a case of cancer. That animal welfare organization will list that on the Cuddly site, and it will be seen by tens of thousands of people. And those funds go directly to that animal welfare organization, and it provides the funding directly to them. So it's really an incredible platform that allows them the opportunity to raise funds in a different way other than their own donor base. We do know in animal welfare, funds are getting tighter. People are now donating to different organizations other than the ones that they've always relied on. So this platform of Cuddly really allows them to get a feel for other organizations who may be in need. Right now, we know, and this has been going on for quite some time, and we do touch upon this at Pets Are Family, animal welfare organizations are facing a crisis, more so than ever before. More animals are coming into intake and less are going out. So it's really a balancing act that is not being appropriated correctly. And so it is longer length of stay, where we did not have euthanasias for a long time, and there's euthanasias now, and it's not for behavior, it's not for aggression, it's for lack of space. And I hate to say that and talk about that, but that is the case. So when these cases come up through these animal welfare organizations, Cuddly basically comes up and says, listen, we can help you with this and provide this funding to you. And I'm really, really pleased about that. So today we're going to be interviewing Sofia Rinaldi. She is with Cuddly, and she's going to talk to us about the different programs that they're coming out with. They also have something really, really cool, and I don't know if she's going to be able to talk about it but it's going to be something that really can help animal welfare organizations as well, just beyond their own fundraising platform. They've got some other cool things coming up, so you don't want to miss this. As well as Cuddly does, they contribute to animal welfare organizations. In fact, they gave to Moose's March at HSUS $1,500 worth of goods. And we were able to distribute those to animal welfare organizations all across in support of our own pet cancer awareness drive. So I'm really excited to have Sofia on, and she's going to talk about what's happening here. They've got something cool happening in Dallas and some more things like that. So we're going to welcome Sofia Rinaldi. Sofia, how are you? We have with you today, who is this? I think Rafiki, is that right?
This is Rafi. He is my foster puppy right now, and he is with A Wish for Animals, which is a rescue here in Southern California. And he is actually going to be adopted by my in-laws over the weekend. So I'm just hanging on to him for a couple days. I had contacted the rescue about fostering him because he was an owner surrender. He was gonna go to the shelter, and only 6 months old, so I definitely didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I sent a picture to my mother-in-law, and she completely fell in love. And
That his eyes are a beautiful, gorgeous green, and it's picking up like the hues of your background, your shirt. Hello, Rafi. How can I look surprised and startled at the same time and still look so cute?
no. And his hair does, so it helps definitely.
I love him. I love him. Sofia, you are a marketing associate at Cuddly. Let's talk a little bit about Cuddly. We've talked in the intro about Cuddly, but Cuddly is just love you guys. Love everything that you do. And I knew you when you were, I think it was Pound Wishes. I know your founder, John, and his background is fascinating. We'll let you talk about that. But let's just talk a little bit about Cuddly, then we'll dive into some things about Cuddly that are so unique. Go ahead, Sofia.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for all the kind words. I have been at Cuddly for about 1.5 years now, a little over. And I am completely in love with Cuddly. It's the best job I've ever had. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there about, what we are and what our role is in the rescue community. So hopefully I can set the record straight. So Cuddly is a fundraising and wish list platform for animal welfare 501c3 organizations. So we only support 501c3 organizations or rescues that are working and fundraising through 501c3 animal welfare organizations. And the reason that we exist is, well, one of the many reasons that we exist is, there are unfortunately lots of people out there who, claim to be supporting animals or helping animals, and that isn't really the case. And so we kind of step in and give donors some peace of mind and say, hey, everyone on our platform has been thoroughly vetted and verified. We contact their vets. We ensure that their 501c3 is in good standing. And we take allegations of wrongdoing very seriously. So we always try to make sure that donors can feel really good about where their donations are going if they're donating on Cuddly.
Yeah, and you're giving, first of all, I love that you're doing that. I know, and I talked about this in the intro, I have a 501c3 for Moose's March, which is for the early detection of pet cancer. And through Cuddly, we were able to get, I think it was $1,500 worth of products that I was able to distribute for our pet cancer and give these to needy rescues around here and really divide up those beautiful donations. I love that you're vetting them as well, because there are, and you don't want to say this, Sofia, but there's unscrupulous characters. There's bad actors out there, and they claim to be doing something when they're not. And I love that you're doing that. You guys do so much more. You're a crowdfunding platform, but you're also much more than that. Talk about that, Sofia.
Yeah, so on the support side for our partners, we provide a lot more than just a platform because we want to do
Yeah.
everything we can to help these amazing organizations. And what we found is that a lot of the partners that we work with, they're the smaller rescues. They don't have the time or the resources available to do this heavy duty fundraising work. And they're doing such important work. A lot of the partners that we work with maybe don't have animal control facilities in their area, or they're overseas and they're fighting against legal restrictions and or lack of animal welfare laws. And so they really need all the support that they can get. And so we try to provide that. And we do that through helping them fundraise on social media. We have a very, very robust social media channels, and we promote, a handful of campaigns every day, just to try to get them out there and try to get as many eyes on them as possible, and really help out our partners as best we can.
And I love it that you give access to donors that they would have never had a chance to have. I mean, because within animal welfare, we know there's a crisis. We know there's a crisis going on, and we are all fighting for the same dollar, even with grants, whether it's and Love Haas and Love Maddie's Fun and Bissell and Best Friends and HSUS and everyone, just so much support them. But we're all fighting for that same dollar. And this allows an organization that may never have the chance to do so, to have that opportunity to reach people and gain those donations. I know we had an instance when I was at Paws Humane Society, I was CEO there, that we had a dog that was hit by a car. We put that out and we received so many donations to allow us to take that animal for care at Auburn University. And that's so important. I think that people need to understand that whether it's an emergency, whether it's my dishwasher broke, or it's a hardship case, or whatever it is, Cuddly is just so unique that it allows them this incredible reach that they never would have had before, right?
Yeah. And, we love to see that because, as you said, everyone's fighting for the same dollar. And there are so many rescues that, lots of people have never even heard of, and they're doing incredible work. And every single one of our partners is so dedicated. And we want to do everything we can to help everyone out, equally. And so we have social media channels, we have newsletters, we try to access every resource available to help these partners out and get them in front of more people who are willing to help.
And don't forget about your TikTok Power Hour.
Yeah. Yesterday, we hosted a TikTok Power Hour for our partners. And Cuddly has recently seen some major success on TikTok, which was unexpected, but very exciting. And so we were thrilled to be able to host a little mini seminar for our partners to kind of share our knowledge and share what we've learned to help them become successful on TikTok as well. And I know it's a new platform, and, everyone is so busy and they're doing this incredible life-saving work. And, now they have to learn how to make TikToks, but, we step in and, we can do that for them and provide that information as well, so that they're not doing it all on their own.
Yeah, I love that, because like you mentioned, it's very important because we know, again, animal welfare crisis, we know that. And then there's not enough hands to go around. Right now, the rate of pay, what they're able to afford as an animal welfare organization, it is not as much. We don't do it for the money. We do it because we love animals. We have a passion for animal welfare. That's why we do what we do. And understanding that you may not have a development director, you may not have a fundraising coordinator, you may not have a social media person on staff, but now the resources and the tools that Cuddly is giving, you're now saying, listen, I can wrap this up for you, and you're making more money, you're reaching more people, and you're able to help out, which is what I love. You guys have, tell me a little bit about, let's talk a little bit about your founder. Talk a little bit about John and how he got started and the beginning, and where are you now as to where you were?
So John is amazing. John, for people who don't know, is a referee in the NFL, and that is his like main gig. And he is just so passionate about animals and animal welfare. And every time we talk to him about it, I just feel so much more inspired to continue.
Pedestal.
He cares so much, and I think that's so rare, especially for someone at his level in a company, to really still care so deeply about the mission of the company, and that is always at the forefront of his mind. It's such a special thing. But he saw this need and he ran with it, and we're doing some really exciting things under his leadership, and I'm really, really excited for this next year that's coming.
So you have a special event coming up in Dallas, is that correct? Coming up soon?
Yeah, coming up pretty soon. So
what's going on?
Yeah, we do these events 4 times a year. The Pets Are Family events, and
Pets are family.
Pets are family. And it's an amazing event, an amazing opportunity to help out such a large group of people, care for their animals. I think what a lot of people, when they think of rescue, they think of animals coming in off the street or not in homes, but the rescue work continues even after an animal is in a home or with an animal that has never even left a home. Part of rescue work is keeping pet families together. And that is so important because we are seeing such a crisis in our shelters in this country, across the country. And if we can help keep pet families together and help keep animals in their homes, that is an incredible thing for us to be doing to support the shelters across the country that are just overwhelmed with animals right now.
Yeah, I think it's certainly been a shift in animal welfare to look, 5 years, 6 years ago. And, you don't want to talk about COVID, but you got to talk about COVID, because COVID is where, for all the beauty that it did, it, and cleared the shelters, or cleared some shelters, it caused enormous pain because those animals could not come back to be spayed or neutered. The animals were, the veterinary clinics were closed down. They had, by appointment only, they were curbside service, and, things weren't operating. And many of those animals that went out were not spayed or neutered. And so, and it's recovering. We know now that intakes are higher. We know that adoption numbers are down. We know that our length of stay is so much longer with these animals, and sadly, donations have gone down as well. We find that anytime there is a political climate and uncertainty, there is weariness with people to give money. And yeah. I love what you guys are doing, because you're saying, listen, we don't have to do this. We can change this. We can stop this. We can kind of change the dialogue on it and turn this into a positive. Tell me more, Sophia. What are some different things that you guys are working on that our audience can know and learn about, and how can they support you?
So, the best way to support shelters and rescues through Cuddly is through donating. So we have tons of campaigns on our website for individual animals, that need extensive care. A lot of our rescue partners ask for our help with the most critical cases that they get.
Yeah.
The animals that need a lot of care. And the great thing is that we are available to them to support them to take in those animals that need that care. So an animal that might have been, euthanized for severe injuries or illness is now getting a second chance because we're here to support that rescue.
Yeah.
And that's a really amazing thing. So donating to those campaigns is a great thing to do. We also have a lot of campaigns for shelters and rescues that really just need supplies. And, we have a massive warehouse in Dallas, Texas, full of lots of goodies, food, toys, treats, medical supplies, anything that you can imagine your pet might need. We have it there. And our shelter and rescue partners can go into their accounts on our website and build their own wish lists right there on the campaign page. And people can donate products, and then we send it directly to the rescue. So it takes out that shopping piece for them. They don't have to worry about it. It gets delivered right to their front door, and sometimes even to a foster's house if the animal is in foster care. So it just makes it so much easier. And having that supplies, that store, having their shelves stocked, allows these rescues to take in more animals from shelters because they know they'll be able to feed and care for them properly. So, every animal that comes out of the shelter is one animal saved, and then it opens a spot in the shelter for another animal that needs help. So it's an incredible, chain that you can follow, of all of the different ways that your one donation is helping not just one animal, but lots and lots of animals.
Many more.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How many organizations are on your platform right now, Sophia?
A lot, over 4,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And there's about 15,000 accredited animal rescue organizations. And keep in mind, guys, it's not just your brick and mortar. It's also local rescues or foster organizations. So there's a difference between animal control, animal shelters, and rescue organizations. So again, many of these are foster-based organizations that they may not have a building. They may just be working directly, taking animals in and then transporting those animals into fosters before they transport them up north or wherever they're going to. When you look at your organization, Sophia, do you find that you have more? You mentioned that you were helping those smaller organizations that really didn't have the larger opportunities. Can you talk about that ratio of that? And is there more based in the South? I always do this, by the way, Sophia. I continue on questions, and it's up to you to follow me and understand how many questions I'm asking you and answer them accordingly.
I'll do my best. So we have I would say the majority of our organizations are these smaller groups, like you said, foster-based rescues, not brick and mortar, not the ones that you see about on social media all the time. They're these smaller groups, run by a handful of really dedicated people who just really care a lot. Texas is a big state for us. It's a big state. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget. We get a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, oh, there's so much, abuse in Texas. There's so much, neglect going on in Texas. And it is true that the laws in Texas are a lot more lax than they are in other states, in other parts of the country. But I think it's also important to remember that Texas is a huge state and a lot of people live there. So, the ratio is going to be higher than it would be in, one of our smaller states in our great nation.
Yeah. Well, also Texas has the highest euthanasia rate. We recently had on Daryl Lawrence of Good Charlie. He's the energy company that helps out through his platform. Just an amazing guy as well. But the Texas has the highest euthanasia rate, and it's why is that? Well, again, like you said, it's leniency of laws. Although they're working to change it, it's a big state. I think everything's big in Texas. So I agree with you. So you guys were at the HSUS show, and you guys were in full, you guys did such an amazing job. I think on our last call, I had my cuddly AF shirt on. And you complimented me on that. So when you guys are out, where are you out to? And are you ever, like, are you going to be in person in Dallas? Or talk about that. And if somebody wanted to reach out to Cuddly, how do they reach out to you guys?
So the best way to contact us is to get in touch with our customer service team. If you want to speak to someone on the phone, you can send us an email. You can DM us on any of our social media platforms, and we'll do our best to get back to you. And yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with us. If you want to write us a letter, our address is available on our website. So lots of ways to get in touch with us.
Fantastic. So it's cuddly.com, is that correct? Okay, wonderful. Can you tell us is there anything other new and exciting you would like to share with us that's going on in Cuddly that you want to talk about, or can you talk about?
Yeah, so we know that all of our shelter and rescue pets, they love our treats, they love our toys, and we wanted to share that with all of our incredible donors and anyone else who wants a little piece of Cuddly. So we have recently relaunched our shop on our website. And so anyone can go on there and you can get yourself a Cuddly AF sweatshirt or t-shirt. You can get custom tennis balls. We have toys, leashes, treats that every single dog I know who has ever tried one of our treats loves them. We actually saw a dog spit out another treat and take one of ours instead. So they are delicious. And we will soon be having our very own line of food coming out, which you can purchase as well. And the best thing about buying on Cuddly is that for every item purchased, Cuddly donates a meal to a rescue pet in need. So food is huge to us, and nutritional support is something that pretty much every rescue pet needs. So we want to make sure that they're getting that. So even when you are, buying goodies for your pet, you are still helping another animal in need.
How many, if you equated it into pounds right now, Sophia, how many pounds of food, what's your total amount of donations that you've done in numbers? Do you have those?
Oh gosh, I know that we have done over 100 million in donations. I don't know where exactly we're at right now, but it is a massive amount, and it's it's incredible to see. It's just really remarkable, and it warms my heart every day to just know that there are so many people out there, so many good people who care. And I think that's also really important to remember, because we see all these heartbreaking stories of abuse and neglect every day, and it can really get you down and make you feel like, humanity is, trending downward. But what's so important to remember is that for every person who's done something horrible to an animal, there is a group of wonderful, wonderful people rallying behind that animal right now, working to get them care. And that, I think, outweighs the negative, in my opinion.
It does. It's hard in animal welfare because of, compassion fatigue times a million, because you've got the animals not making it out and caring for those animals, and then they leave, and then you've gotten attached to that animal, and not to mention, the veterinary clinics associated with it. We all know about compassion fatigue within the veterinary profession as well. Nambi, not one more veterinarian, does a phenomenal job, and their new executive, Gigi, is just hats off to you, Gigi. You're doing an incredible job. But I think from a standpoint of Cuddly and your efforts, you guys are outstanding. It has been my honor to have you on here, and and to watch you from 2016 to where you are now, and see the impact that your organization has made on animal welfare, and you're only going up. And so hats off to you. Paws up, round of applause to Cuddly. Sofia Rinaldi, it was such an honor to have you on our podcast today. I really enjoyed speaking with you. You can spend your time with anyone. Thank you for spending it with me.
I'm so honored to be here and sharing this with you. And thank you so much for a wonderful conversation. And I'm so glad that we were able to make this happen.
Thank you. Guys, that was Sofia from Cuddly. Wow, what an honor it was to have her with us. She was mentioning that they've got a link for a one-time donation, and then they pull that money and it goes to an organization in need for that month. So we're going to share that with you. But again, Cuddly, I miss you, Jessica. It wasn't the same without you. Guys, thank you for being with me. Again, I'm Tricia Montgomery. Pets Are Family. I want to thank all of our wonderful listeners and followers. You guys are absolutely amazing. You're our hearts. You're the reason why we do what we do. We love you guys so much. And we'll see you next week on Pets Are Family. Again, I'm Tricia Montgomery, Pets Are Family, and this is my Jessica. See you.
Thanks for listening to Pets Are Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or trisha@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March, moosesmarch.com, moosesmarch.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.